For decades, the formula for a successful American life was clear and universally accepted. Study hard, get accepted to a university, earn your degree, and step onto a reliable path toward a secure middle-class life. This was a highly functional societal contract. Millions of young adults used that system to secure steady jobs, build stable households, and consistently out-earn the generations that came before them. Today, that exact same path is producing vastly different results. The structural guarantees of a college education have fractured. Students are following the exact same rules their parents did, but instead of finding stability, they are questioning whether the institutions they trusted have led them astray. This chart tracks total national student debt. Right now, Americans owe roughly $1.7 trillion for their higher education. While the cost to attend has surged, the job market waiting on the other side has contracted. In dozens of major industries, holding a bachelor's degree no longer secures a salary high enough to cover basic living expenses. That leaves millions of recent graduates forced into lower-paying work. They accept jobs entirely unrelated to their fields of study, while their original loan balances actually grow month by month due to compounding interest. And the pipeline keeps pumping. Hundreds of thousands of new graduates are minted into this exact economic reality every single spring. If higher education is designed to be the ultimate investment in your future, how did it devolve into a multi-trillion-dollar financial trap? To find out, we have to look back at how universities used to price their services. Several decades ago, tuition costs were low enough that a part-time summer job could realistically cover a full semester's expenses. Taking on systemic, decade-long debt was completely unnecessary for the average student. But as enrollment grew, university operations mutated. Educational institutions began functioning like high-growth corporations. They prioritized massive construction projects, luxury dormitories, and layers of highly paid administrative staff over the core curriculum. The financial bleed didn't stop at the bursar's office. The cost of mandated textbooks multiplied. Off-campus housing rates near universities surged, and everyday living expenses climbed steadily alongside standard inflation. Campuses morphed into high-overhead ecosystems. Every new administrative salary and luxury student center became an operational cost, and those expenses were passed directly onto the tuition bill. What allowed universities to keep raising those prices without losing their customers was widespread, easy access to federal and private loans. This diagram illustrates the core economic feedback loop at play. When 18-year-olds can instantly borrow tens of thousands of dollars, regardless of their credit history, the university's free market pressure disappears. They simply don't compete on price. They continually raise tuition to cover expanding budgets. Students, in turn, are forced to take out larger loans to cover the new price tag, accelerating the cycle and ballooning into massive, normalized debt. The explosive cost of a degree isn't an accidental glitch. It is an economic system functioning exactly as its incentives dictate, completely subsidized by the young adults signing the promissory notes. Higher education in America operates today as a massive enterprise built on long-term financial pressure. Because millions of graduates begin their adult lives severely in the red, the traditional milestones of American life are being postponed. Young adults are delaying first-time home purchases and waiting years longer to start families. Planning for long-term financial independence takes a back seat. The immediate priority is simply managing the monthly interest payments and surviving. People who bought into the system and did exactly what society told them to do are now realizing that their pursuit of success has locked them into decades of financial obligation. To be clear, acquiring knowledge and developing specialized skills are still incredibly valuable. Education itself is entirely necessary. The problem is exclusively the prohibitively expensive system we currently use to deliver that education. In response, a massive demographic shift is underway. Millions of young Americans are bypassing the traditional four-year university altogether. They are turning to direct alternatives, trade schools, online certifications, and self-taught technical skills that lead straight into the workforce. Until the massive cost of this opportunity is corrected, the next generation will continue to carve out alternative routes. Because when the price of learning requires a lifetime of debt, the future feels less like freedom and in